Illinois has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration, seeking to block the deployment of federalized National Guard troops to the streets of Chicago. The legal action, submitted Monday, names President Donald Trump, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and Army Secretary Daniel Driscoll as defendants. In its filing, the Illinois Attorney General's office argues that, quote, "The American people, regardless of where they reside, should not live under the threat of occupation by the United States military, particularly not simply because their city or state leadership has fallen out of a president's favor." The lawsuit contends that the Trump administration's actions already have subjected Illinois to what it calls serious and irreparable harm. The move comes after a federal judge in Oregon issued 2 orders over the weekend, blocking the federalization of National Guard troops from California, or any other state, from being sent to Portland. Portland and Chicago have been among the cities repeatedly targeted by Trump during his second term, as he continues to frame Democrat-led areas as hubs of violence and unrest. But legal officials and judges are pushing back, calling the administration's actions overreach. US District Judge Karen Immergut, a Trump appointee, wrote that this country has a long-standing and foundational tradition of resisting government overreach, especially in the form of military intrusion into civil affairs. The Illinois lawsuit builds on that principle, arguing the deployment of federalized forces under the pretext of protecting federal property from so-called violent demonstrations is a direct violation of the 10th Amendment. Illinois officials say that bringing in National Guard troops, especially from other states, undermines state sovereignty, damages local governance, and risks worsening public unrest. The suit also warns of social and economic fallout, pointing to eroding trust in police, harm to the social fabric, and suppressed business activity and tourism, effects that could shrink state tax revenues and deepen community divides. The city of Chicago and the state of Illinois are now asking the court to declare any such deployment of federalized National Guard troops or US military forces in Illinois as unconstitutional and unlawful. So far, the White House, Justice Department, and Department of Homeland Security have not commented on the lawsuit. Legal observers say the case could have major implications for federal authority and state rights in the months ahead, especially as tensions between Washington and blue states continue to escalate.